The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Take it in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to bunt the football. "51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball. Never lost sight of where it was headed. And stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now. That's complete to Cobb. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walk the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Throwing here, Purdy. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. Touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard, 49 yards. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Purdy. Escape under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Samson Abuka able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Finding room at midfield.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll go again to Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this 1st half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
On third down, it's Purdy.
It's caught by Jennings.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And this is caught, Jennings. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. The kick by Gold is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for it with Jones.
Finding room at midfield. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They go back to the ground with Jones. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Jones again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs from 3 yards out. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Takes it to about the 37. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Purdy. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. McCloud to return it. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Purdy, big fourth down play. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On first down, it's Purdy.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a two-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown, then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. Two quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
Forced out to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Throwing here, Purdy.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here's Purdy.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Rodgers throwing here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Crosby with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
So now the Niners down on the scoreboard. 1:51 on the clock. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10.
Here's Purdy.
And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Purdy to throw.
Now they go screen. It's complete.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Purdy now to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
On 4th down, here's Purdy.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers looking to throw.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Jason Barrett.
And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line.
Now Purdy.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Quay Walker.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Now Crosby for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Niners set to take over on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Purdy from the gun.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Purdy sets up to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So it's all